Well, hello everyone! Welcome to my channel and welcome to today's video. Bonjour tout le monde! I am a Dutch lady living in France for so long now, and I cannot tell you how long it took for me to learn decent French. I'd say that the first 3 years I was just pottering along, not really knowing what I was doing and just hoping for the best. I had French lessons when I was in school, when I was a teenager, maybe 1 hour per week, on a bit of a you do your best or you don't do your best level. And when I came here, some of those words came back to me, others didn't. It took me maybe even 10 years to be able to speak what they might call fluent French. Fluent enough to get a job in a French company where I had to deal with French customers and I had to talk a lot. French is a complicated language. But I have to say, it becomes even more complicated when you're being here even longer. Because once you get a hang of how the language works here in France, you start noticing that the French use different words for those words that you have learned either in school, either in books, either in French lessons. So I'm going to talk a little bit about those words for all of you who are so confused because there are so many words for the same thing. One of the words that would be really good to know when you're in France and you want to talk about something and you don't know the word for it, you can use the word machin. Machin. It means thing. I don't know its name, but it's that thing. But you can also use it for a person if you don't know its name. The other day I saw machin. J'ai vu machin l'autre jour. You can say that for a person and for a thing, which is handy. Another word that you can use, if you can't come up with a word for something, you use bidule, which is a cute word just to use whenever you're in problems because you can't remember the word. You can say bidule. It actually means something little. Bidule. I've lost the bidule. I've lost the thing. I can't remember the name for it. And the last word for thing is truc, and that you can use in several ways. Of course, you can use it as j'ai perdu le truc, I've lost the thing. You can also use it if you have something up your sleeve, like a trick, it's a truc. And also, if you want to say that it's not your thing, it's not your cup of tea, ce n'est pas mon truc. I'd rather not, ce n'est pas mon truc. So those words are good to know, but no French learning book will ever tell you about it. I have a friend. He is French, he speaks very well French, but he also, when he's feeling comfortable, he uses a lot of words that are not vulgar words. They're just what they call here familiar words, words that are used in a family situation. You can use them in front of children, and he uses a lot of those words, and often I have no idea what he is talking about, but I am learning and I will give you a few of the words he's using. In future, if you hear those words, you are good to go. Instead of the word house, he uses baraque. Baraque, you can use it for a small house, but you can also use it for a very big mansion-like house. He has bought a big house in Paris. Il s'est acheté une grande baraque à Paris. I would like to buy a house in the mountains. J'aimerais m'acheter une baraque dans les montagnes. Nothing wrong with that word, it is just not in your learning books. Same goes for cars. I learned in school that the word voiture is the French word for car. But of course the French use another word, or even several words for it. The most used word for car is bagnole. He has a big bagnole, he has a small bagnole. Bagnole. You can also use caisse. Où est ta caisse? Where is your car? I parked my car over there. J'ai garé ma caisse là-bas. La caisse, la bagnole, those are words that you can use instead of voiture for car. Good to know. The word eau for water, there is no easier word in the French language than eau. But he always says la flotte, whether he is drinking it, whether he is swimming in it, whether it's raining outside, he always says la flotte. I am thirsty, I'm going to drink la flotte. Oh, look outside, it is pouring. He would say Il y a de la flotte dehors. La flotte. For the things that you're wearing, your clothes. Your clothes here in France can be vêtements, which is a very good word, but a bit complicated. The French prefer using the word fringues. Fringues. I had never heard of that word before. Les fringues, the clothes. J'adore tes fringues. I love your clothes. And what you're wearing on your feet, your shoes, I learned at school that those were your chaussures. The word that is used most often here is pompe. Like pumping, pumping. I don't know where the word comes from. It's pompe, les pompes. Where did I leave my shoes? Où sont mes pompes? Another word for shoes can also be godasses. But if I hear godasses, it usually means big worker shoes, sneakers, sports shoes. You wouldn't use the word godasse if you want to talk about a very delicate sandals, for example. The French have many words for boys and girls, men and women. They are not ready yet to give up on all those words. So if you want to talk about a man, you can say mec. Le mec, the man. And for a woman, it could be la meuf. In school, we learn l'homme et la femme. But everybody talks about le mec, la meuf. You can also use it when you want to say girlfriend, boyfriend. Mon mec, my boyfriend. Ma meuf, my girlfriend. For myself, I do not like the word meuf. It sounds it sounds burg. It doesn't sound nice. Personally, meuf is not something I would use. But the younger generation, they only use the word meuf. And it is not used in a disrespectful way. It is just the way they are talking right now. You just have to get used to it. I'm just going to give you a few other words. We all learned in school that the word for working is travailler. I don't want to work. Je ne veux pas travailler. There is another word that is used so much more, and that is the word bosser, to work. I'm off to work. Je pars bosser. I'm off to work. And bosser is used so often, maybe not in the highbrow, fancy circles, but still everybody is talking about bosser. And if you want to talk about your work, you talk about your boulot and not about your travail. The word boulot, which means work, job, the word boulot has taken over more or less the word travail. Mon boulot est coiffeuse. Je bosse dans un salon de coiffure. My job is a hairdresser and I work in a hairdresser salon. Bosser, to say that they are working. And the word boulot means work. But you can also use the word taf. Mon taf, mon boulot, my job. Not to be mixed up with another word, la taf. So, le taf is my job, et la taf is just a drag on a cigarette. Imagine you are at a party. Yay! Good times. But it's time to go. And the French would say, je dois partir. I have to go. Now, what is a word that is used often in those circumstances is je dois filer. I have to go. It's 5 o'clock. I have to go. Il est 5 heures. Je dois filer. If you use the word filer, then it's probably because you have to go, but you don't really want to go. You are good at the party, you are having a good time, and you want to stay, but you have to go. Je dois filer. If you are at the same party and you're not having a good time, the party is boring, the people are horrendous, and you just want to go. You can say in correct French, je pars, but you can also say, je me casse. If you say je me casse, it usually means I'm leaving because I'm not having a good time. Or you can say je me tire, same thing. I am out of here, I am not having a good time. There are so many words. I could make an evening filling program on this one. I promise, last thing, just one word that my friend uses all the time, and it is the word bouffe. La bouffe means the food, but you can also use it as a verb. Bouffer is to eat. We are going out to eat. On va sortir bouffer. It doesn't mean you are going to eat somewhere where you are having a very fine dinner with a good wine and a very fancy table. No, it more means something which you would do with your friends, with your family. You can say, we are having a bouffe. Nous allons avoir une bouffe tous ensemble, all together. It will be fun. You can also call someone and say, on se fait une bouffe bientôt. We are going for a meal soon. La bouffe is food. Buffet is eating, and une bouffe can also mean a meal. It is a very important word if you want to keep up with the French. If they're inviting everyone for une bouffe and you are saying, I don't know the word, I prefer not going, you can go, you know it right now. Une bouffe is a wonderful meal with a lot of friends and just having a good time while you're eating. Well, I hope that today's video has taught you something about the French language. I still find it so hard, the French language. Even after so many years, it is a very rich language with so many words, so many meanings. But I will just leave it to this because it doesn't really matter what you say, as long as you make yourself understood and if you keep in mind that respect is the most important language. So for now, I say to you all, thank you all for watching and see you all next time. Bye bye, au revoir et à bientôt!